round 2 of the unboxing of the March subscription box. So I've just waffled for about 20 minutes doing the whole unboxing thing, and then realised that there was absolutely no sound. So if you join this video and can't hear me, please do let me know so I don't do it again, because I'm just going to have to re-record these until you can all hear me. Anyway, so I think it was technical issues with my microphone, so I'm just going to apologise now for any background noise. We do have aeroplanes coming over this way today, so yeah, just apologise if it gets loud every couple of minutes, because that'll be what it is, because I can't cut it out without the microphone. So hi to everyone who's joining. Please, like I've just said, if you cannot hear me, please just write a little comment just to let me know, because I've just, like I say, I've just done the whole video with no sound. But anyway, welcome to the unboxing of our March subscription box. So this is the 7th month of the subscription box, which is really exciting, and you're all loving it so far, and I am loving doing it for you. So the goal of the subscription box is to help you grow and enjoy delicious homegrown food all year round. And I feel like March is just, everything just changes in March, doesn't it? In the gardening calendar, we're all excited for the upcoming season. The weather is getting warmer, the days are getting longer, and it's just such an inspiring time of year for either us gardeners that are already growing our own food, or anyone who wants to start. So if you know anybody who you think would love the box or might be interested in the box, I would really appreciate if you could let them know about it. I know there are other options of subscription box on the market. Really sorry, there's an airplane. I know there's other options of subscription box on the market. We are the only one, I believe, that are doing organic seeds, which is really exciting, and we just don't have a huge marketing budget yet like all of those other companies. So yeah, if you could spread the word about our little small business, I would really appreciate it. But anyway, let's get back to the box. Like I say, we're in the 7th month, and we've had just rave reviews to the box so far. Always looking to improve though, so if you have anything that you want to see, or if you don't think we're doing something well, or if you think we could be doing it better, please let me know. Any feedback is welcome, because this is a box for you. I want to help you grow your own food and get the most out of it. So I can only do that if you tell me what you want to see and what you don't want to see. But anyway, let's get started. So this is the box that you've received, though if you haven't received yours yet, they've all been sent out, so they are on the way to you. So if you don't want to spoil the surprise, please turn the video off now. But this is the box. So we have our little, you have Happy Post, little Open Me, and your reminder to snap, tag and share. So obviously I've just opened this box just to help me get into it easier. So this is what it looks like when you receive it. So we've got our little welcome insert, which has our little QR code on the back, which takes you to the March subscription box website, which does have information about the box, and this is where we will upload our sew along videos. So if you just want a bit of visual help for sowing your seeds, or just want to grow along with me, that's where we'll upload those sew along videos, and it is also where I put the recipes. So I do little recipe suggestions for all of the seeds in your box, so that you can just so that you have inspiration and ideas of the sort of meals that you can make with the seeds in your box. So the goal is to try and make the harvest the start of the meal, as opposed to just being part of just an ingredient as part of a larger meal. We want to make the actual vegetables that we grow at the star of the show. So I'm waffling. I always waffle on these live videos. I'm so sorry. You think I'd be a bit better because I've just had a whole 20-minute practice run, but anyway. So the welcome insert says, welcome to your March subscription box. Our goal is to help you grow delicious food all year round, because there is not a month that goes by when there is nothing to sow. Inside your box, you'll find full sowing instructions for your seeds and some information about each variety. The QR code below will take you to a special webpage dedicated to your March box, and this is where you will find information about your box, recipes, and of course our sew along videos, which we will upload as we start sowing. March brings with it the clock change at the end of the month, so we can finally start to spend some lovely evenings in the garden again. It is definitely worth losing an hour of sleep if it means that we have more time to sow seeds. So as the clocks change, why not pour a nice cup of sleepy tea so that you can drift off and dream about all of the seeds that you're going to sow on those lighter evenings. Your box is ready to open. So this is what your box look like. So we've got our nice little eco-friendly tissue paper with our organic sticker. opens up nicely to our... So it looks a bit messy now. I've been moving it around. Okay. So we get our packets of seed, our little tea bag, I'll come back to this in a second, our FSC certified plant labels, and our little inserts for each seed variety. So I'm just going to come back to the tea bag. I hope you kind of all get where I was going with this month. So back in the very first month, I put a little organic tea bag in the box just as a little, just a nice thing to do to kind of encourage you all to take some time out for yourself and just enjoy some seed sowing time with a nice cup of tea. Anyway, everybody loved the tea bag. I think some people loved it more than the seeds themselves, but there we go. So it's kind of stuck, and I've done it every month. Each month I've added an organic tea bag, and I've tried to kind of match the flavour to the season, or you know, just something like that, just make it just to give it a little bit of extra thought. So this month I've just done it a little bit different. So with the clock change and we're going to lose an hour of sleep, I thought, well, we're all going to want to go to bed just that little bit earlier to make sure we get a full night's sleep and make sure we can get up nice and early the next day to sow lots of seeds and hopefully spend lots of time in the garden, which is why this month we went with the sleepy tea rather than something to drink as your seed sowing, although it is equally nice if you drink this one in the day. But yeah, a nice little sleepy tea to enjoy the night that the clocks change. Anyway, these are the seeds that we received this month. So we got our kale red Russian, basil lettuce leaf, we've got cabbage cordyceps, salad onion ishikrono. So this is a perennial spring onion, so not just any old salad onion, it's a perennial one, and our beetroot yanis. And then we've also got our little insert. So if you haven't had the box before, we give you a little insert each month for each variety, which has some information about the variety on the front and then full sewing instructions on the back. But we do sew along videos as well, which I'll be uploading for Saturday to give any newbies, any new people to the box. It just gives you time to get your box and to get your compost ready and any pots and things that you need. So they'll be uploaded in time for Saturday the 15th, so that next weekend you can get on with your seed sowing if you would like to follow along with the videos and just have that kind of visual aid. If not, and you want to follow these instructions, then you can start today. So salad onion ishikrono. So ishikrono is a variety of Japanese bunching onion. Bunching onions are also known as Welsh onions. They are often grown as an annual, but they're actually perennial if you look after them. So they will naturally divide in the autumn and in the spring. So don't harvest them all in one go. Did you know that Welsh onions do not actually have any link to Wales, as the name seems to suggest? The term Welsh is an old botanical term meaning non-native. Bunching onions are actually native to China and date back to 200 BC. They are an important ingredient in Asian cuisine due to their flavour, and in China they are often used to make scallion pancakes. So I've actually put the recipe for scallion pancakes on the March webpage for you so that you can enjoy those, because they just seemed really exciting, a nice little snack. And then there's like a little dipping sauce that you can have with those too. So these are easy to grow onions and will hopefully save you time in your kitchen gardens for years to come. I'm really excited about those. Then we have our cabbage cordyceps. So cordyceps is also known as ox-heart cabbage. It is an early variety that produces pointed hearts with tightly packed pale green leaves. It's an Italian heirloom that was incredibly popular 150 years ago and has seen a bit of a comeback in recent years. Sorry, we've got another plane coming over, guys. And if you've just joined, this is the second video I've recorded, because the first one I waffled on for 20 minutes and the microphone obviously wasn't working properly, so there was no sound. So I had to do it without the microphone this time, which is why the background noise is a lot poorer. Anyway, so I do apologise. We'll make the best of it. Cabbage has been a trending vegetable of late, with more and more upscale restaurants choosing to make it the star of the show. Gone are the days of this often overboiled, smelly vegetable. The humble cabbage has had a rebrand, and we are so here for it. And then we have our beetroot yanis. So yanis is a newer version of the famous Boltardi beetroot. You might call it a modern heritage variety. This is a tasty and reliable globe variety with great bolt resistance, which is why we can start it off so early. Yanis has been developed by organic seed breeders, so it's already well adapted to organic growing conditions. And beetroot has been grown since ancient times, although back then it was generally grown for its greens rather than the vibrant and tasty roots that we love today. Did you know that the original beetroots actually looked more like a carrot or a parsnip? They were white or even black, and the first mention of a red beetroot was in the 17th century in northern Italy. And then we have our kale red Russian. So kale red Russian is an heirloom from Siberia. It has been around since the 1800s, and it's also known as ragged jack, Siberian kale and Canadian broccoli. It's a popular variety to grow globally due to its cold tolerance, and its oak-shaped leaves are particularly attractive with their purple veining. Its colouring gets darker in colder temperatures. The leaves of this variety are sweeter and more tender than other types of kale, and its baby leaves can be enjoyed in fresh salads and smoothies, while older leaves are lovely in stir-fries. And it also makes a great Chinese seaweed. Red Russian kale often makes an appearance in veg box deliveries, but very, very rarely would you find it in the supermarket, so this is going to be a delight in your kitchen garden this year. I actually volunteer up at Arley Hall each week, and the head gardener there, Gordon Bailey, I was telling him what was in the box this month, and he was so excited about the Red Russian kale. He said it was his absolute favourite to grow because it is just that bit sweeter than other kale varieties, so yeah, he was a little bit jealous this month. And then, excitingly, we have our basil lettuce leaf. So basil lettuce leaf is a basil like no other. Its supersized leaves look just like lettuce, but with that heavenly basil flavour. Lettuce leaf basil is a prolific producer, and its soft, crinkly leaves can grow up to 12 centimetres long. It's a type of sweet basil, but the flavour is less intense, which makes it incredibly versatile, and it's also slower to bolt than other varieties, which means that you can enjoy a longer harvesting season. Basil is a natural insect repeller, so it makes a great companion plant in your garden, but also in your cutting garden. And this will be a stunner to grow this year. So I hope you... Sorry, just wait for that to pass. I hope you've all enjoyed the seeds in your box this month. We started the subscription box back in September, so if you're trying to start growing your own food in September, obviously you can start at any time, but I feel like it was a little bit more of a challenge then, just because you're trying to get things started before the winter, and everything naturally either grows much slower over the winter and the choices are a lot more limited. So over the winter we've kind of started to build the foundations, but I feel like we've got to March, the days are getting longer, the temperatures are getting warmer, and it's just really starting to get more exciting. It's not going to be long before we can enjoy some really exciting harvests and make some proper full meals out of all of the things that we grow. So it's a great time of year to get started for anyone who hasn't already. So if you're looking at the box and considering it, please do come and give us a try. I'm always here on hand to answer any questions, so you can either reach out to me on Instagram, or you can send us an email to hello@heritageorganicseeds.com, and I'll be happy to help you as much as I can. If you have any growing questions, and like I say, if you know anyone who might be interested in signing up to the box and coming and joining along, please do mention us. It would be really appreciated, just so that we can try and grow this community, and we've got lots of big goals for the box. But yeah, if there's anybody who you think would enjoy receiving this each month, please do let them know about us. And just thank you again, just to everybody. I say this every month, but thank you for your continued support. It's just a small business, it's just myself running the business, so even if you aren't signing up to the box or haven't bought any seeds from us, just if you like what we're doing online, if you, any like, comment or share is ever so much appreciated. So just any way you can support us, just thank you so much. It just really helps to spread the word about this lovely little organic seed company. And yeah, I still think it's worth warming up your compost this month. So I keep my compost outside, so it gets really, really cold. I know that the temperatures are a lot warmer this weekend, and they have been for a few days now, but the compost, if you keep it outside like me, it is still very, very cold to be sowing seeds. So I try and bring mine indoors the day before, just to try and bring that up to room temperature, because if we're sowing seeds into freezing cold wet compost, the seeds are just likely to either not germinate at all, and they're probably going to rot. So just try and keep that in mind. It's still just a little bit cold to sow in compost that we've kept outside. I think obviously if you haven't got time to warm it up, then give it a go, but I think you'll see better results if you can just bring that to room temperature first and just give the seeds the best start that they can have. Yeah, I think that's probably about everything. I think this is the only organic seed subscription box on the market. Like I say, I know there are other options, and we're trying to keep it a little bit different, with the tea bag and things. I think I said earlier we're doing the sew along videos. They'll be online for next Saturday, just to give everybody a chance to get organised. But I hope you're all going to have a lovely weekend in the garden this weekend. The sun is shining, it's quite warm, and I am just so here for that this weekend. I'm looking forward to just getting lots of gardening jobs ticked off the list. So like I say, if you have any questions at all, please do reach out. I'm always more than happy to help. That's probably all there is to say today. I hope I haven't missed anything. If I have, let me know. If there's anything you want to see in the box, please let me know. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, because this is a box designed for you, so I want to make sure that we're providing everything that you want to see, and doing it just the way you want me to do it, basically. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling. I always get nervous on these live videos, so I do apologise. I need to just keep practicing at them and then I'll get better. But yeah, let's get growing. Have a great weekend, everybody.